All right, so I'm gonna throw down who I think is gonna do what coming up. I'm not really. God, I'm using a different computer, so I can't do the whole Siri thing. I have an old Mac, not my newer one. But so okay, let's go through who won, because I already went through some of who won and who lost and yada yada yada. But now who's gonna do what? Okay, so I said the Eagles lost, but I think they're still in. The Vikings won. Okay, and we know that the Vikings are looking good. They're like what 13-3 or something like that. The Vikings are looking good. They got their dynamite running back, and I love the way the Vikings hold on to their running game. They're trying to do what they did a couple years ago when they had that dynamite running back who got injured and then came back and did his thing again. Was MVP of the league, and then to he got traded to the Cardinals, but the Cards won. But I don't think that they're in it. So okay, so the Chargers are still in it. Listen, I think this is going to be it for the Chargers. I don't think they're going to go any further. I'm just going to say that. I think that whatever next game, whoever they play, I just don't think they're going to win. I think their story is over. Phillip Rivers, I like Phil, but I think it's going to be it for the Chargers. Let's see, they beat Miami, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think it's going to be it for the Chargers. Cincinnati won, but I don't think that they're in it. I think they're like 7 and whatever. So I don't think that they're in it. But they shut down Joe Flacco, who was the only threat. He was the only threat to Pittsburgh. They were the only threat to. I already said some of this. They were the only threat to my boys, but Pittsburgh and the Pats. So okay, so let's see who else we got out there that did something. Let's see, Dallas lost. That's right. Trying to figure out who won. Oh, Atlanta. Uh, Guys, I just don't have any faith in Atlanta. I think first round, whoever they play, they're gonna go out. I just, I'm sorry. I just think that they do. I have more faith in the Jaguars than I have in Atlanta. I just think the Jaguars are hot, even though they just got beat. I just think that they're hot, and I still have faith in Drew Brees, even though they just got beat the Saints. So I think that the Jaguars and the Saints, not unless they play each other, are going to go to the next round. I don't know what the lineup is. I don't know who they're going to play, but I'm looking at those two teams to go to the next round. I'm looking at, of course, Pittsburgh and New England to go to the next round until they meet up in the championship. Then I'm looking at New England to beat Pittsburgh. I'm looking at who else is out there? The Rams. The Rams, even though they just got beat. What happened to Todd Gurley? Todd! I don't know what happened to those guys, but they better get together or they're going to be shut down. But I'm going to tell you now, I think they're going to make it past whoever they play next. I think that they just got a hiccup, and momentum was against them. When you're looking at teams like San Francisco, like the Buccaneers, Chicago, they didn't have a good year. But when you're looking at a young team like San Francisco, and what they could really do right now, they could come into the league, and they can come into the league, and they could be like the Chiefs. Uh, and let me say this for the Chiefs: I think that the Chiefs are going to beat whoever they play next. But I don't think the Chiefs are going to go any further than that. I think they'll lose the next game. But what I'm saying about San Francisco is I think San Francisco is going to be like the Chiefs. I think Garoppolo is going to come in hot. I think he's going to do a Cam Newton. I think he's going to come in and he's going to light up the league, and it's going to be like 5-zip. And then the next 2 or 3 games still drop simply because people will catch on to his style of playing. And, his QBR and all that other stuff, the defensive ends will start being a real problem for him, and the defensive backs will start being a bigger problem for him. They're going to rush him a lot more. They're going to try to flush him out the pocket a lot. You're going to see that. This is what they did with RG3. As soon as he came in the game, they were just like, "Oh, we got your number. We're going to make you run. Since you're good at running, we're going to make you run instead of making you pass." And when you make somebody run, the propensity for them to get injured is greater. So there's that. I don't know if Russell Wilson's crew. I think they're out of it. I think they are. Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are done. Yeah, because Flacco and them are done, right? So I think the Seahawks are done. Like I said, I think the Chiefs will win whoever they play next. And so there's just some things I'm just throwing out there. Some people I feel good about. I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong, you guys. It's doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't watch the games. I watch the highlights for you guys, just to see who's gonna win, and just to like kind of follow this thing along because it's getting interesting. It's we're week 17. We're past week 17 now, and playoffs are getting ready to happen, and we're getting ready to have a Super Bowl. And I'm getting ready to be right again. And for those of you who say, like Sanchez, that it's not fixed, you also say that the Pats aren't going to win. And I'm like this. Okay, if they don't, fine. But if they do, listen, Sanchez, you said the Pats defense sucked at the beginning of the year when they lost 2. They lost 3 this year. You said that they suck. Oh, they suck. You guys were beating up on Roethlisberger at the beginning of the year. Oh, he sucks. He threw 5 interceptions against the Jags. Okay, let's see what he does against the Jags, because that's coming up. They're going to end up playing the Jags. Let's see if they can shut down the Jags. Because I don't think Roethlisberger is going to throw 5 interceptions. I don't think there's going to be a big question mark near his name. Oh, is Roethlisberger done like it was before? I don't think that's going to happen. I think if they lose, it isn't going to be is Roethlisberger done. I don't think it's going to be all on him. Like I said, they're down a couple defensive backs, and they're down their number one star, who is not Antonio Brown. Yeah, Antonio Brown. Who's their star? I don't know. And if Le'Veon Bell is out there, it makes it all the better. But nonetheless, so, yeah, that's just some things I'm throwing out there. I still think Pittsburgh is going to make it all the way to the AFC, I believe it is. AFC final. Yeah. So, I'll be looking at the Saints. Either the Saints or the Eagles. But the Eagles, they don't have Carson Wentz. So, Bortles. The Jags got Bortles. Even though he just got his clock clean. Well, he didn't get hit hard. They just got shut down, their team. But, yeah. Vikings, Rams. Who saw those two teams coming up to do something? You could be looking at the Vikings going all the way to the Super Bowl. You could be looking at the Vikings because right now they're well coached. They have a well-oiled machine that is working so good with the quarterback. He's not getting sacked a lot. He's delivering the ball. He has a lot of time. Here's the thing. His pass protection is good. He has a lot of time. Okay? And that is, of course, is real important. So he's not coming out of the pocket all the time, but he has a lot of time. So they're looking real good. But the thing about them is their running game, they're spreading the field. If you have a dangerous running back, we all know what that can do. You have a dangerous running back and you have dangerous wide receivers. You already know you're just going to spread the defense out. They're really not going to know what to do. They're going to try to rush you all the time. They rush you. You're going to have an ender around. You're going to hit your tight end, or you're going to start doing reverses on them. And next thing you know, your running back is 10, 20 yards down the field. And we've seen with Gronkowski how a 26-yard, then another 26-yard, then another 13-yard catch can just add up to a lot of points. Next thing you know, your running back just runs over everybody and he's into the end zone. Boom, they win the game. So those little bit of yards, 20 yards, a lot of yards, actually makes a huge difference. I'm just saying, you could see the Vikings, taking it because they're just so organized right now. They're doing very well. So I don't know, just something to throw out there. Just talking some sports with you guys. Anyways, once again, Happy New Year's and God loves you. Peace.